Example 5 on page 518. Multiply square root of 5x times fourth root of 3y. Alright, unlike previous examples where you're given two radicals with the same k root, this one is square root, meaning you have k is 2 right here. We're not written for square root, but it's understood as 2 is here, okay? Now, for this radical, it has k equal to 4, so this is the fourth root, so there are difference. You cannot use this formula right away, okay, when you try to multiply the two radicals, because they have different k. This is k equal 2, this k is 4. You can only apply this formula when you have same k root, okay? So, before you multiply, you need to simplify, and you also need to convert this to the exponent expressions that we learned in the previous sections. So, recall that the formula we have, square root, so we have n right here and n root. We can write, given the radical expression, you can convert this to the exponent expression. So a m divided by n, okay? To go from radical to the exponent expression. So I'm going to convert each radical here to the exponent expression and then combine and simplify as much as we can. Alright, for this, given 5x times fourth root of 3y, you can simplify this. You can convert this to 5x 1 raised to 1 divided by 2. Okay? We learned how to convert this to the exponent expression in the previous section, so make sure you review if you don't see it. And for this, we can convert this to 3y 1 divided by 4. Again, to go from here to here, we use this formula. Okay? Now, we have two exponent expression now. Since they are different, they have different base. For this exponent expression, it has base 5x. For this second exponent expression, it has base 3y. They are different, so you cannot combine them. Okay? Because then you have different base right here. The only way you can combine them is when you have same denominator. Okay? Again, we learned how to combine this in the previous sections, so make sure you review if you don't see how that works. So for this exponent expression, it has 1/2 as the exponent. For this exponent expression, it has 1/4 as the exponent. So the LCM of these two come from denominator, right? So this denominator is a 2, which is a prime number. So that's all you can factor, which is 2. This denominator, 4, you can factor to 2 times 2 is 4, which is 2 squared. Okay? LCM is the products of all factors in denominators. And you use the factor with the greatest number of time it occur. For this 2 is occur one time because it's 2 raised to the first power. For this 2 is happen twice, occur twice because it's raised to second power. So the LCM is 4 or 2 squared, okay? And again, LCD is equal to LCM, which is equal to 4. So we need to convert this exponent 1/2 and this exponent 1/4 to the exponent with denominator LCD, which is 4. Now looking at these two exponents, you see that this already in the form that has the denominator as the LCD, right? It's 4. So we don't have to worry for this exponent. What we need to worry is this exponent 1 divided by 2 because its denominator is not 4 yet. is not in the LCD form yet. So I'm going to convert this to an equivalent form that has denominator 4 or LCD form. 2 times 2 is 4, right? That's why I multiply by 2. Now, when I divide by 2, I have to multiply by 2 as well, so that I don't change the original expression here, 1 over 2. To simplify, I have 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Now I have 1/2 written in the form 2 over 4 that has 4 as the denominator. And again, the LCD is 4. Alright, now I'm going to rewriting each exponent with the LCD as denominator, okay? So 1 divided by 2, you can rewriting this as 2 over 4 times 3y. 1 over 4, now 4 already is the LCD in the denominator, so you don't have to worry. Just leave it as 1 over 4. Our goal, before we can combine the two exponent expression, is that we need the denominator to be the same, okay? 4 right here. Since the denominators of the exponents are the same, you can combine the two base 5x times 3y, okay? Now, this 2 right here belong to this 5x, okay? So don't forget that. So 5x, okay? Let me use the bracket. So 5x, this second power go here. And 3y, you can put 1 because 1 is the exponent here. And everything raised to 1 over 4, okay? So the outer exponent is the denominator, okay? Again, we learned this in the previous sections. If you don't see this, make sure you review previous section and see it, okay? Again, if you don't have the same base, you have to make sure that the exponents have the same denominator. If they do, you can combine them as this. Now, simplify it much as possible. We'll get the inside. You can simplify to 5 squared is 25. X squared is x squared. 3y raised to the first power is 3y. Okay? Everything raised to 1 divided by 4. To go from here to here, I'm continuing here, okay? Equal. 25 times 3 is 75. Let's see, 25 times 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 5 carry 1. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. So 75. So the inside is 75. 25 times 3 is 75. X squared times y squared. X squared times y, okay? And then the outer exponent is 1 divided by 4. Now, when you have this exponent 1 divided by 4, which is not a whole number or integer, this is a rational exponent or rational power. That means you can convert this exponent expression to a radical form. Again, because we're given in terms of the radical. So make sure you convert what you got back to the radical, okay? So, I'm going to use the formula that we learned before. This formula is, if you have square root of a raised to the n power n root, you can convert to am divided by n. Now we have this, which is the exponent expression, which is on the right hand side here. I'm going to use this to go to here, to go from right to left, using this formula, okay? So, we're given this, which is A. A in this case is 75 x squared times y. The whole thing here is A, okay? So I'm going to have the radical of A is everything, which is 75 x squared times y raised to the n power. M is the numerator, right? Which is 1 here. So everything raised to the first power. And then this n roots come from the denominator here of the exponent. And denominator of the exponent is 4, right? So have 4th root. Now, simplify further, you get 4th root of 7. Now, 75x squared times y, all raised to the first power is itself. So it's 75 times x squared times y. So the answer for combining the two radicals with different k roots is 4th root of 75 times x squared times y.